Hello everyone, RPGPrincess here. Today we are getting back into Atrium. I'm excited to see how this plays out. The guy seems a little mysterious, and I think to me it's really strange that he popped up when he did. I can't wait to see if it was all coincidence or if maybe, just maybe, I don't know, he's kind of stalking her. Is he otherworldly? I don't know, but this is gonna be half the fun. Let's get into it! As soon as my last class of the day ends, I make my way to my new workplace. It's my first real day of work, so I'm making an extra effort to be on time. Good afternoon, Hisashi! Oh, I guess he's not here right now. I make my way to the counter. As I set my bag down, I notice a handwritten note on the countertop. Hello, Amy. Please water the plants today. When you're done in the lobby, please also water the plants in the front of the store. I'll be back soon. H. Hisashi has such neat handwriting. It's not the type of handwriting I expected from him. The job sounds easy enough, though. I pick up a watering can from the counter and begin searching for a faucet. There doesn't appear to be a faucet in the lobby, which isn't too surprising. There's probably a sink in the back. I push aside the curtains over the doorway and enter the back area of the shop. I find myself in a small hallway with a sink at one end and a storage closet at the other. Long tables line both walls of the hallway, and their surfaces are cluttered with orchids. The most eye-catching part of this hallway is the large set of double doors right before me. Such a large door for such a small shop. Is this an atrium? I attempt to open the door with my free hand, but it doesn't budge. Must be locked. Why would an atrium be locked, though? If anything, would serve as a good room for displaying plants. By the size of these doors, this room should be a lot bigger than the lobby. I should ask Hisashi about it later if I remember to. But first, time to water some plants. I fill up the watering can in the sink and return to the lobby. I hum to myself as I begin watering the potted plants. When Hisashi returns, I'm watering the hanging plants outside of the store. Working hard, I see. Hello, Hisashi. I'm trying my best. You're very dedicated to your job. Have all the plants in the lobby been taken care of? Yes, to the best of my knowledge, anyway. I wasn't sure about the flowers in the fridge, but I watered them anyway. I thought I'd rather be safe than sorry. Actually, I don't have a good idea of how much to water the plants. I just poured what I thought was a moderate amount for each plant. Don't worry about that for now. I'm sure you'll learn with time. Your shift is almost over. You may clean up and prepare to leave now. Wait, already? That didn't feel like 2 hours. In any case, I'm almost done out here. I'll finish watering the last few plants and then I'll clean up and go home. Hisashi watches me curiously for a moment, then chuckles and enters the store. I continue humming as I water the last of the hanging plants, then empty the watering can onto the cement and return into the store. I place the watering can under the counter and put on my bag. Good work today. I apologize for not appearing until the end of your shift, but you did a fine job without my direction. I think you'll make a fine shop assistant. Thank you so much. Then I'll see you next week? Yes, certainly. Please enjoy your weekend. You too. I wave to Hisashi as I exit the shop. As soon as the door swings shut behind me, I realize I forgot to ask Hisashi about the locked room. Oh well, there's always next week. As I head homeward, I think about all the different dishes I can cook for dinner. When I walk into Heartful Flowers on Monday afternoon, I'm almost certain the store would be empty. I assumed that Hisashi would be out on his deliveries and that maybe he would have left me another note on the counter. Instead, I'm greeted by the sight of a tall, long-haired guy standing behind the counter. At the sound of the door, he looks up and makes eye contact with me. I glance at the countertop and immediately notice that the register is open. A thief. He's a thief. Hisashi must have left the door open for me and this guy came in to take what he can. May I help you? The guy's nonchalant attitude annoys me, and I hold up one hand in an accusatory gesture. Excuse me, mister, you're stealing from the shop in broad daylight. And you have the guts to ask if you can help me? You should be ashamed of stealing from a small business. Unlike you, I'm sure the florist is a hard-working man who actually earns his money. Now wait a minute. You wait a minute. Who do you think you are, waltzing into a small flower shop and going through his register? The door might have been open, but that doesn't give you a right to enter at your leisure. I'm glad I got here on time, otherwise who knows how much money you would have made off with. Do you know what you're saying? I suddenly remember that I'm dealing with a thief, and that thieves are potentially dangerous. Although I don't see any visible weapons on the guy, I would be in trouble if he were to pull out a pocket knife or something. I need to deal with this as quickly and as safely as possible. Alright, mister. Since you haven't actually taken anything, I'm willing to let you go with a warning. I won't call the police this time, but if I catch you stealing in the future, I won't hesitate to. Call the police? And who do you think you are? You're disturbing the peace with your baseless accusations in a shop which you are no longer welcome. I should be the one threatening police action. What did I miss? Hisashi walks in at the perfect moment, to my great relief. I quickly move to his side and point an accusatory finger at the suspicious guy. Hisashi, this man was going through the register when I got here. I offered him an opportunity to leave of his own free will, but he wouldn't. Should we call the police? What is the meaning of this, Hisashi? Well, wait, you know his name? The three of us stare at one another for a long moment. As usual, Hisashi bursts out laughing. I understand now. Amy, this is Kenny. He's the owner of this flower shop. Stop calling me that. I feel my cheeks heat up as I realize the grave mistake I made. This man is my boss and I accused him of being a thief without realizing who he is. Oh no. That was terrible of me. I'm sorry, Kenny. I won't do that again and... Don't call me that. Huh? Then what should I call you? Kenneth Pierce. Ken if you have to. You can also try Kenny and Kennykins. Stop it. The fact that Kenneth seems to be good friends with Hisashi puts me at ease, at least a little bit. It's nice to meet you. I'm Amaranth Dubois, or Amy for short. Kenneth gives Hisashi a look that I can only interpret as exasperation. Who is this? I'm glad you care enough to ask. This is the new part-timer I hired. You what? I hired her. You could use a bit of help around here. Amy may jump to conclusions sometimes, but she's a very sweet and hardworking girl. No. No? No, I won't take a part-timer. I feel my heart sink. Wait, but I need this job. I mean, I haven't been able to find a job since I got fired 3 weeks ago. My last chance at another job was last Thursday, but I missed that interview to help Hisashi with the shop. I don't have anywhere else to go, so please allow me to work here. If you were fired from your previous job, then even less reason for me to hire you. Even if you weren't fired and didn't accuse me of being a thief in my own store, I don't need your help. I can manage this shop on my own. I'm rendered speechless by Kenneth's words. Fortunately, Hisashi steps into my defense. You're being too harsh on her, Kenta. I can vouch for her work ethic, and I can confirm her story. technically, she's already been hired, and I have the contract prepared and ready for signing. The answer is still no. I know that you try to do everything on your own, but sometimes it's better to accept help. That's why I'm here. I only asked you to watch the shop while I was away. You have no right to hire a part-timer for my store. Stop deciding things for me. I'm not a kid anymore. Kenta, stop. I am really sorry. Mr. Pierce? The tense moment is interrupted by a handsome young man walking into the store. As soon as he's through the door, he sneezes and blows his nose into a tissue. As he approaches Kenneth, I wipe the tears from my eyes. You're finally back, Mr. Pierce! How was the conference? Was there any new information about... He turns away from Kenneth before sneezing again. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Fujimoto, you're here today too. It's really nice to see you. I'm glad you're doing well, Ross. As well as possible. Better than in the spring, at least. Oh, I don't think we met before. The young man turns to me and I realize he's probably a university student. I try to remember if I've ever seen him on campus, but I don't. Hello, I'm Amaranth Dubois. Call me Amy. Amy? It's so nice to meet you. My name is Ross Thornton. You go to Dipper University, right? Yes, I do. Do you? Yes, I'm usually in the physics building though, so that's probably why I've never seen you around. Physics building? Wow, you're a physics student? No, but I study astronomy. They're in the same building. Wow, that's an awesome major. I haven't figured out what I want to study yet, so I usually go between several department buildings. I'm sure you'll figure it out in time. I hope you find a major you're passionate about. Thank you. Kenneth clears his throat quietly, and I suddenly remember that Ross and I are not alone in the room. Ross dabs at his nose with the tissue as he addresses Kenneth once more. Mr. Pierce, is Amy your new assistant? What? No, Yes, she is. Oh, congrats! You finally have some help around the shop. I'm sure Mr. Fujimoto is here to help when tries to help when he can, but he's usually busy with his job. It's great that you've actually hired someone. I would have helped, but you know me and my allergy. So, Amy, what kind of... Before Ross can finish his sentence, Hisashi grabs him by the shoulders and Kenneth gives him a death glare. Huh? Is she not... That's enough. Although I don't understand what's going on, I can tell Ross is speechless with embarrassment. His entire demeanor is endearing, almost like a puppy. It's fine, you can ask your Ross, why don't you ask Ken the questions he came here for? Both older guys remove their hands from Ross's mouth, and Ross visibly tries to regain his composure. Right. He takes a deep breath, sneezes, and then takes another deep breath. So, Mr. Pierce, was there any breakthroughs on extending the lifespans of plants, or... I'm sorry, Ross. But I assure you I will continue searching. Ross's expression changes immediately, and although I don't understand why he's so disappointed, my heart goes out to him. I see. Thanks for trying. I have an exam to study for. I'm going home to study now. Bye, Mr. Pierce, Mr. Fujimoto. See you around, Amy. Ross tightly grips the tissue in his hand as he leaves the shop. The rest of us watch in silence as the glass door swings shut after him. Finally, Kenneth sighs. Alright, Amaranth, I'll give you a chance. A chance? I'll allow you to work here for a few days and see if you're helpful. If you aren't, I won't allow any complaints when you're rejected. Do I make myself clear? Yes. I mean, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Don't thank me with words. Prove to me that you're as good as Hisashi thinks you are. If I do find you helpful by the end of the week, I'll sign whatever work contract Hisashi has prepared. I'm glad you've reconsidered. What salary did you offer her anyway? $15 per hour. You what now? Hisashi grins as he makes his way to the door. Before exiting, he nods at us. Play nice, you two. And then he's gone. For a long moment, Kenneth and I just stare at one another. Surprisingly, he's the one who looks away first. Why are you still here? Oh, I thought I was supposed to try working here. Today has been enough of a mess. Come back tomorrow and you can start then. I smile at him, relieved that he's genuinely allowing me a chance to earn the job. Thanks, Kenneth. I really appreciate this. Get out. Although the situation isn't ideal, I'm smiling as I exit the shop. As I skip down the street, I suddenly remember that Kenneth Pierce is the florist mentioned in the comments on the consumer reviews I had visited. But he's such a sourpuss. The reviews make him sound like a completely different person. There's no way he could have made that beautiful floral arrangement. Absolutely no way. This is how I came to work at Heartful Flowers, and this is my story. Thank you for playing. No, that can't be it! End of demo. What's next for Atrium? No, there has to be more to the story. Oh, no. Let's see. What's next for Atrium? With a tentative release in the summer of 2017. And sometime in 2018. And it will be a pay-what-you-want game, which will be available for free. No, you guys have to get this out. I've only seen the demo. Please, please, guys, get this done. Please. You guys are amazing. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough as much as I have. I can't wait to find another one to do, because this was so cool. Alright guys, if you've liked it, please let me know in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, bye guys!